Okay, here's another One America News Network segment. Remember how I said One America News is like super duper propaganda?
There's nothing funny about the
Here's more of it. Tucker White 94 with 20 bits. How is this rhetoric any different from the liberty or tyranny in 2016 or 2012 or 2008 or 2004 or 2000 or 1996, or you get the idea? It's not different. It's an imaginary straw man put forward by the right because they don't have any actual convincing ideas on how to govern effectively. So instead of, you know, being like, we want to take away your Social Security, they got to be like, we're fighting for liberty, even though they don't really mean anything by that. It's a platitude as far as they're using it. Cotton Candy 903 with 20 bits. No joke, I would pay for a game where we get to beat up Karens. Sounds cathartic.
Welcome back to Don't Be Fooled. The top of the list this week is yours truly. I make my own debut on this segment. Last week, I reported disappointment and betrayal of Bret Baier referring to Joe Biden as president-elect.
Oh no, accurately referring to Joe Biden as the president-elect is treasonous. Two-man with 20 bits, this is the word. This is the world the right wants to live in, and then there's a link. Yeah. I'm aware of BioShock Infinite. Jingoistic right-wing bullshit.
All of that is true and accurate. However, I referred to Mr. Baier as a United States Marine. He did not serve in the Marine Corps, so for that, I make the list. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer held a press conference this week and used it as an opportunity to spin lies, create fear, and twist reality. It's accurate that we're in a huge national challenge, but it's not what he's talking about.
Now, we know this is a moment of great national challenge. COVID-19 is surging. People are dying. More people are getting sick than ever before. Families are struggling. Businesses are shuttering. People lose jobs. It's awful. Everywhere you go in this country.
COVID? He still wants us to believe COVID is our greatest risk?
Yes, because it is! Ah! Hold on. Boy, let's see. Oh, don't worry, guys. Only 257,000 people have died, with only 12 million cases. Don't worry, if we extrapolate that out to the entire population... Hold on, let me see. What's the population of the U.S. is like 325 million? 328. Times 257. So let's see. That would be... Don't worry, guys. That's only like 6 million something dead people. We're good. That's fine. That's totally fine. Don't worry about that. Actually, is that like 60 million? No, that can't be 60. It's got to be 6 million something. You're nailing it, guys. I'm Yugi Muto. Thank you for following.
How about the obvious fact that our entire election system is corrupt, unreliable at best, and likely weaponized against us? America, our biggest threat we're facing right now is that radical socialists hijacked our election and
No, we didn't. If that were the case, Biden definitely wouldn't have won. I don't know if you know anything about anyone who self-describes as like a socialist or a democratic socialist or anything that would involve words that scare right-wing people. But no, Joe Biden, as it turns out, would not have been the person we would have rigged it for. Fun fact.
And are trying to install their own government.
Oh no! Electing and giving power to the person who won the Electoral College and the popular vote? But I thought you had to lose the popular vote and win the Electoral College. since that's the only way Republicans have won. Unless 9/11 is helping, then they're able to get the popular vote too.
Chuck Schumer wants you to believe his twisted version of reality. It's not real.
His twisted version of reality where we listen to doctors and the results of an election. The horror.
Joe Biden spoke this week from his homemade sign and podium of President-elect. It was a fake press conference designed to get the viewers to believe that Joe Biden actually is the president-elect.
No, he's the president-elect.
There's nothing
Again,
funny about the tools of capitalism.
we just read a thing. The Trump administration is officially or the whatever department deals with the transition of power today officially has started doing the transition to Biden. So, dudes spanking dudes with 20 bits, like how my mom gets mad about having to give me money that I worked for. She claims $20 a day to clean the whole house, including cleaning up dog's piece, and she refuses to potty train him as too much. You sure cleaning the dishes, cleaning the dog pee, mopping the floors, vacuuming, sweeping, folding, putting away clothes is not worth $20. She can just do everything again herself. I ain't cleaning anymore if she's gonna act like this. I'm sorry.
He's not. He claims
The
to
GSA.
have a plan to help America.
From autos to our stock.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the article again. Thank you. Trump administration officially authorizes Biden transition.
Piles. We're going to buy American. No government contract will be given to companies that don't make their products here in America.
Yeah, that's great. Except Joe Biden has never supported American workers or our economy. He has enriched himself by selling our jobs to China. His plan to buy American...
You know that Trump's merchandise and everything and his companies also have used Chinese labor, right? The Make America Great Again hats. They're not made in America.
Tools of capitalism.
Makra 3940, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Killjoy 102 with 100 bits. Do you think Biden inauguration day is going to be amazing? Not about him winning, but watching Trumples freak out? No, it's going to be bad. There's potential that someone's going to do some stupid terror attack or something. Right-wingers are going to lose their minds.
It sounds an awful lot like Donald Trump's plan. The difference is that Donald Trump actually does buy American.
Except he doesn't. No, he doesn't. What are you talking about?
Biden doesn't. Joe Biden has been lying to America for 47 years. He says what he thinks we want to hear. He realizes that Americans like what Donald Trump is saying, so he's just copying Trump. Elizabeth Warren spoke this week and tried to convince Americans that Joe Biden had a landslide victory.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris.
I disagree with calling it a landslide. It wasn't. It was a very close election, relatively speaking. It's funny to call it a landslide, specifically because in 2016, Trump called his win a landslide, even though he lost the popular vote by millions of votes. But he won by the exact same number of electoral votes that Joe Biden won this year. So it's kind of funny, ironically speaking, to call it a landslide, as long as you contextualize it and make it very clear you're joking.
That's right,
but no, it wasn't really a landslide.
Harris won by more
Kay
than
Thorns, thanks for
5
following.
million votes.
That is ridiculous and blatantly not true. Joe Biden lost by likely tens of millions of votes.
Listen to this. This is pretending to be news, and they're literally just saying lies. Joe Biden won the popular vote by like 6 million votes, and they're just looking at that fact and saying, no, in fact, Biden lost by not just millions, tens of millions of votes. Like, it's patently absurd that this is even allowed to happen. Like, this is a lie. How are you allowed to go on the air and pretend to be news and fucking lie? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Donald Trump won by such a large number of votes that he broke the Dominion algorithm, which is why they had to stop counting on the evening of November 3rd.
It's all conspiracy nonsense.
They needed to reset the machine, otherwise Trump would have continued his landslide win, despite the glitch in the software.
It was record turnout, And they won by running on the most
There's nothing funny
progressive
about
DM
agenda.
Trey, thank you for
It's
subscribing.
shocking to me that she thinks Americans are stupid enough to believe what she's saying. She thinks all of America suddenly swung to the radical left and turned out in record numbers.
They didn't swing to the radical left. Joe Biden is a centrist. What are you talking about? They just can't. You know, One America News is not this stupid. This lady is not this stupid. She isn't. I don't think she is. They're being blatantly and intentionally dishonest. And they should all be, at minimum, fined. But honestly, they should probably also be charged for this shit. I'm all for the freedom of speech, but there are limitations on the freedom of speech. You can't slander people. You can't, yell fire in a crowded theater. This should apply. Literally going on the air and pretending to be a news network and basically promoting sedition is so fucked.
To vote for the most progressive agenda? That's what she's selling. I don't think anyone's buying. Well, on a lighter note, Nancy Pelosi really hopes the country appreciates how united her caucus is.
I wish that you could have seen the nominations and the acceptance speeches,
There's nothing
because
funny about the
then you
tools of
could have
capitalism.
seen the common thread.
Poet Lover
The unit-
072 with 100 bits hype train people. Also, I love how she's putting out propaganda while accusing Democrats of propagandizing. Like, do you hear yourself, lady? They know what they're doing. They're doing it intentionally. I talked about this
There's
on the
nothing
other stream
funny
the other
about
day.
the tools of capitalism.
If you're trying to brainwash someone, one of the first things you do is tell them, oh, everyone out there was brainwashing you, but we're going to tell you the truth. That's what you do, is you frame everyone else as the real brainwashers, but
funny
really,
about the tools
we
of
just want to tell you
capitalism.
the truth. It's how you get people to let their guard down. Fox News has done similar things for years. They just weren't so blatant about it. Fox News, when they're going like, oh, the mainstream media is telling you this, 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 and that, but we're fair and balanced. It's the same thing. They're just dog whistling it as opposed to One America News that just says what they're trying to indoctrinate people to believe. DM Trey with 20 bits. Hopefully they cause the Republicans party to split. I doubt it will. The Tea Party didn't do it. The Tea Party took control. Similar thing here. I'm guessing Trumpism is the new right wing in this
There's
country.
nothing
It's pretty
funny
fucked
about
up.
the tools of capitalism.
Makro3940, thank you for the 100 bits.
Of our caucus.
Give me a break. The only way they are united is against the American people and our constitutional rights.
Absolutely absurd. What America News is fucking disgusting. It's enough of One America News today.